Alright, so at Karingal Scout Camp, we'll try damper making today. Nowhere near an expert on damper making. It's probably my second or third go at it. Going to try two recipes out. One's straight out just a bread, savoury bread recipe, which hopefully if it works out I'm going to use it as a cob loaf and fill it with a whole bunch of cheeses and bacon and all that sort of thing to have later on. The second one is just a sweet damper recipe. Now I see the first one was just a bread recipe, very basic, soda water, self-raising flour, and I'm going to knead this one just to develop the gluten, make it rise a little bit better. I make them and hopefully they turn out and you get to see it anyway. So two very simple damper recipes. I'm just heating up the camp oven to cook this in, and we'll see how we go. Okay, so just starting off with the savoury damper first. So I won't need cocoa powder, I will need soda water. So I'm going to try 3 cups of self-raising. Got very sophisticated measuring cup we've got here, quite big actually, so probably worth 1.5 cups themselves. Self-raising one, but I'm going to very much make this up as I go along, so hopefully it turns out. Now I'm making a savoury one, so I've got some dry parsley flakes. Yeah. Now the idea is if this turns out, I'm going to hollow it out a bit of time and put a whole bunch of goodie stuff. But pressure's on, because if it doesn't turn out, and I've talked all this up and yeah, over nothing. Alright, so there's a garlic salt in there, and normal salt, alright, so this is self-raising flour. So self-raising flour has baking powder, or baking soda, or whatever it is in there, and that will give it the rising, that will help it rise. Alright, so I know people use beer and all that sort of stuff, and they say the yeast in the beer, but I'm a home brewer, so I know there's a little bit of subdued yeast left over, but not in a lot of cases of the commercial stuff. But anyway, it certainly gives it a good flavour. So you can put beer in it, a whole bunch of other liquid. Right, I'm using just soda water because we've got the soda stream machine. Right, so I'm just slowly adding that into the middle. Mixing it up as I go. So in the theory, if you've got your proportions right with liquid and flour, that it should all be clean. You should be able to clean up the sides of the bowl. There shouldn't be anything left over, and your dough shouldn't be too bad. So stick them in knuckles in there. Work that through. It's certainly sticky enough to there's a bit more moisture in it. Because I'm making a savoury, now I want it to rise up. I really want it to develop the gluten in the flour, because the gluten makes it stretchy and makes it like pizzas. So because the baking powder in it, the gluten's not developed and not stretchy, it's not going to rise, because the gluten will hold it back. Now if you develop the gluten and give it a knead, make it stretchy, that will help create air pockets in the bread and make it a little bit lighter and not so dense. Now when I make the sweet dough recipe, I don't need it because I'm putting shortening, which is butter, into it. Butter helps break the gluten up, makes it more crumbly, and yeah. Alright, so you can see that most of that bowl is clean now. The dough's still soft. It's not too sticky. So I guesstimate maybe 20 minutes to half an hour in the camp oven, because it's quite hot. But I'll do the old tap on the bum test. Hopefully it's not a burnt bum. Alright. Camp oven, a little on that. We can drink that later. Yeah, a little bit of baking powder, paper, I should say. Just trying to fold it in on itself, make it a bit round. Right. Okay. Oven. Yeah, that's pretty hot in there. Got the coals going. Underneath. Alright. Okay. We'll check it out in about 30 minutes, I say. It's been about 20 minutes. I'll go and have a look and see what it's like. Fingers crossed I haven't burnt the bum. Oh, well, it's definitely hot. Looks cooked. Sounds hollow. Oh, it's hot. Oh, a little bit on the bum. Oh, hot potato. Alright, so yeah, that's good, looking good, actually, surprising. So that was about 20 minutes. Alright, second part of this cob loaf we're doing. So I'm going to stuff it with my coffee. I'll have a sip of coffee. Coffee, good. Cream cheese. Just let that out, let it soften up a bit, make life easier. Just some tasty cottage. Yogurt. Put a little bit of sour cream in there as well. Bacon. I've got some dried herbs I'm going to put through it. Basil would be good. Actually, I might do basil. Oregano. Parsley, good. Garlic salt was already in there. Yeah, maybe I didn't bring chives. Anyway, parsley and basil it is. Mixing bowl. Anyway, so we're going to put that stuff through it, and then I'm going to put it back in the camp oven again and cook it. But I need to cut the top off this. Cut the insides out, and then we can toast those. It's looking good. Leave the bowl out, because that bread you can use as a dip to dip in, or you can carrots or crackers or celery if you want to be healthy. Mrs. Wanderer is very healthy, so she'll probably have her carrots and cucumber and mini cucumbers. I'll probably stick with the bread, and so there we go. Pop those off. See? Followed out enough. Alright, so you get a mixing bowl. These. Make that in. That's like grizzly puppy, because he wants to get part of the action. Cottage cheese. Fortunately, if you're dairy intolerant, this is not the recipe for you. So, apologise for that. Okay, there we go. Cottage cheese, cream cheese, cottage cheese, normal cheese, yeah, bit more. Never have too much cheese, unless of course you're dairy intolerant. Comes stuck. And then sour cream. Not the whole tub of sour cream. Half a tub of sour cream. Give that a go first. Bacon. Let's mix basil in. Parsley. Put a little bit more salt. And a little bit of cracked pepper, or probably cracked pepper, but anyway, just a little bit of white pepper. Right. Mixed up enough. You stuff as much of it in here as possible. I think I've done too much. Anyway. Certainly. Yeah, that's probably be enough of some of the dip by itself. I didn't say. Alright, so that's all in there. Put a lid on that. Happy days. Take it to the camp oven. Lid on. Whoop. And like that. Like that, and we'll let it bake away until everything's hopefully melted. and yeah, serve it up with some crackers. How the cob loaf is going. So the idea is just to start softening it up and melting it. Yeah, it's alright if you burn the top because we're just after the inside bit. I think that might do us. Oh. There we go, that's one cob loaf. Yeah, cool. I think that will do. And that's us stuffed cob loaf using damper recipe. So yeah, done. Yeah, so we've got the bread that goes in it, tasty chips, veggies for the healthy ones, leftover dip, crackers, and just my sweet loaf. And that's what we're having for afternoon tea. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to check out the places we visited for yourself, there's more information in the description below. Hit the trailer icon to subscribe, and here are some more of our camping adventures.